looks like this is working on one hand. Oh, no, it's working on both. Now, the one thing I can't figure out is they must have updated Dlive or something, because now, whenever I try to set the game or the category to whatever I want to, it won't let me. Like, there's no way to do it. And I've changed this thing like 4 times and it won't change either, which is puzzling to me. What's up, guys? What's going on, everybody? So, I've been busy watching the anime that you guys have been telling me to watch, and I got some stuff to say about it. So give me a second here, and let me see what's going on over here on Dlive, and then we'll be good to go. I need to copy that. Yeah, I changed all the information over here, but it doesn't save for some reason. It's still saying I'm playing Cold Vein. I think they updated this because it looks a little different. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think we're good to go. Yeah, I just turned it up. I turned my gain up a bit. Is that better? Yeah, I think it just refreshed now, so let me go back and look and see if it fixed it. Yeah, okay, it's fixed. Alright, so My Hero Academia, Season 4. Food Wars, Season 4. And I finally start watching JoJo. Just a little bit though. I haven't seen a lot. I restricted myself to 3 episodes because that is usually uh, the rule of thumb. 3 episodes, and to see generally what it's about. I know there's different seasons of JoJo, and supposedly they're all different, but I'm not gonna delve into that yet because that's a whole nother can of worms. First off, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing tonight or today? I'm so used to streaming at night that was like a reflex. All right, maybe I should put. Okay, I need to separate these so I can see the chat properly. That there. Don't need that. The stream popped in my notifications. That's anime chat for me. Okay. Hungry, but I'm well. Just got back from Kirk. Cool beans. All right, let me see here. So is everybody caught up? Because I don't want to. I mean, we're only 2 episodes into each respective show, so there's not much spoilers to be had here. But I mean, I guess if you haven't seen them yet, then I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, JoJo is very. It's a. We'll talk about it. The YouTube one did that for me too. It was the Dlive notification that said Cold Vein. Okay. Yeah, I would have streamed this a little bit earlier, but as soon as I was about to start, Monkey started his stream, so I was just like, okay, well. All right, what's up, Jen? And Ebony? If you guys could like share this on the Discord and stuff, that would be awesome. If you can, I would appreciate it. All right, we're gonna actually pop the YouTube chat out. That'll make things just a little easier for me. So which one do you guys want to discuss first? Because I know people were very curious about what I thought. I don't know if everybody has been checking out Food Wars, but I do know that a good majority of you watch My Hero Academia. I know they got new Sword Art Online, which is meh. Dr. Stone, I've been watching consistently. This Radiant show looks interesting. I haven't really been interested in a lot of the new stuff that's been coming out, unfortunately. Like the brand new stuff, you know? It just hasn't really been catching my eye. But maybe I should try it out. What's up, Alex? What's going on, dude? Honestly, I haven't used Dlive since the second half of the first Democratic debate. I get it. I just I stream on both because I like to give people options, you know. You know what? Fire Force does seem to be pretty sweet, but for some reason I can't really hold my attention that well. Like maybe it's just not the show that I should be watching right now. But I did watch. I tried to. I think I watched up to like 8 episodes, and like 3 or 4 episodes I had to like reset and watch again because I just didn't. I wasn't grasping what was happening. Like I was watching, but I wasn't paying attention. I guess. I don't know. It wasn't bad though. I know Ebony said it got better, but it was never really bad for me in the first place. It was just for some reason I just wasn't really it wasn't clicking with me for some reason. Not that I wasn't interested or anything like that. It just I checked it out and I'm like, man, like I'm looking, I'm watching this, but I guess there must have been a lot of shit on my mind at the time because that was around the time when my little one was born. So there was so much going on that probably was it. Like I just really couldn't focus on anything at the time. What's up, Cryptic? But yeah, Fire Force, it looks pretty good. It's got a lot of action. It's an interesting concept. I just hadn't really been paying attention like I should be. So I have to give it another shot. I did watch all the new episodes of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, which is just pretty good. This was season 2, I believe. Oh, look at the recommendations. Seriously? They got Kotaro-san here. Yeah, don't watch this. This will depress the hell out of you. And it'll also make you laugh. This is probably this show right here is probably the most comical, depressing show I've ever seen. Like it's a comedy, but it's also extremely and unbelievably sad. it's it's shocking how you go from laughing hysterically to complete and utter depression in seconds watching this show. Have you seen Kabanari of the Iron Fortress yet? No, I don't think I have. Wait, is that the was that the zombie one? Is that I don't think that's on here. No. Yeah, I don't think that's on Crunchyroll. That's a movie, right? Yeah, it's zombie-ish. I think I did see that, if I remember correctly. Like the people were dead, but they were still technically alive, and it was like some kind of technology involved in that or something. It's kind of like steampunkish, almost a little bit. I think I did see that. It was pretty good, if I remember. If I'm thinking of the correct thing, then yeah, I think I've seen it. But My Hero Academia, first episode. I thought it was pretty good. A lot of people seemed to be disappointed in the first episode. They weren't very happy with it because they said it was just like filler crap. But I actually think that episode was pretty significant. And the reason that I think it was very significant is because I think that moment that took place in that particular episode with the full body lens dude or whatever, the photographer or reporter, I think that's going to be an important milestone in his life and really set the tone for him when it comes to realizing that he is going to be the next symbol of hope. Um, I feel like that might have been a very significant moment for him. A lot of people kind of just overlooked it and they're like, I don't really like that episode. But that dude was really like that. That is actually his first real fan, so to speak. Like somebody who was like already looking at him as a hero and the next symbol of hope. Like, I think that's significant. Um, and I think it's something that we needed to see. Maybe they shouldn't have dedicated an entire episode to it, but whenever a show that I know to be good starts off really slow like this, that just means shit is gonna ramp up really quickly. And once you watch episode 2, you get that feeling because they're already killing off people. Like established characters are already dying. Uh, Maybe it's not for the team that you give a shit about, but it's still happening. So there's some interesting stuff going on behind the scenes there, and a lot to take in when it comes to Deku being the next symbol of hope, and him actually realizing and physically seeing what that means to other people. I think is really good. Um, Let me see here. What else? What do you guys think about that? What did you think about the first and second episode? Did you like it, or did you think it was just filler? They have a sequel on Netflix. A sequel to to the movie? The movie that you mentioned? I have to check that out. If that exists. Or maybe they were talking about something else. I don't know because nobody's talking to me in the chat. So I guess I'll just keep talking then. Food Wars. It's one of my favorite shows. I've recommended this show to lots of people to check out. And the episodes were as expected. Like, I guess since it's been so long. What's up, Canada? I guess since it's been so long since I've watched this show, you tend to forget how much time they waste on. I don't want to, like, it's hard to explain because obviously there are these transitional periods where they want to explain, what the food they're cooking in is and why, but they spend a little too much time in this show on the dramatics, and I think it's just padding the runtime, and it's annoying, because they'll spend like a good 3 or 4 minutes focusing on one character's reaction to some food and explaining what I guess it's supposed to be like. And I'm just like, man, that was 3 whole minutes. Like they're in a fucking intense cooking battle right now. Like I want to see that. Like, okay, the food's delicious, I get it, but like we don't need a 5 minute explanation on why and how it's so delicious. Just like, I love Food Wars. Don't get me wrong, but they tend to spend just a little too much time on those scenes, and it gets kind of annoying because you're just like, you're wasting time here. Just get to the fucking thing, and they hit you with that to be continued, and you feel cheated almost. It's a good show, but I kind of get Dragon Ball Z vibes from that just a little bit. Sequel is to Cabanari of the Iron Fortress. It's more like a long episode. Hey, Squeetus. What's up, baby? The little one has made an appearance. A lot of animes I liked have started new seasons. I'm so behind. Yeah, you need to catch up. You need to catch up. Because they're getting good. Well, they're not getting good yet. They're just starting off, but you should catch up before they start to get good, so you don't miss out on anything. Aaliyah, say hi. She like, I can't. Not yet. Can't speak, Daddy. You know that. Have you seen Dr. Stone? Yes, I have been watching Dr. Stone. I actually watched the most recent episode yesterday with his dad or whatever. It's an interesting show, man. I really like it. Although there was, I think the episode before last kind of threw me off. It was the episode when they were trying to get the what is it, the whatever, the sulfuric acid, and that freaking, like, the whole show has been scientific all the way up until this point. Like, it's been about science, hard science, all the way up to this point, and then all of a sudden, there's this fucking evil sulfuric acid demon that came out of nowhere, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? This is taking me out of this whole thing. Like, the reason that I love this show is because it's all about science, and they got the supernatural stuff happening, and it's fucking with me right now. That episode was weird to me. Maybe it was a hallucination, like it wasn't something they were actually seeing, but I didn't like it all that much. Otherwise, the rest of the show has been pretty interesting. 6 days a week at work, somebody is always streaming when I'm home. Oh, that's not my fault. How about SAO, the new season this season? I only seen the first episode of the new SAO, which was essentially just a recap of what was going on. I haven't watched the second one yet, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that one. It was not something they were actually seeing, more like the embodiment of danger. I know, but they did a bad job at conveying that, in my opinion. Because they really made it seem like it was something that they were actually seeing.
She is squirmy.
I know. You squirmy butt. Why are you so squirmy?
I got her.
The second episode is tight. I'll have to check it out. I just haven't had a chance to see it yet.
That's not nice.
What's your name, baby girl? Did you just burp? Did she just burp?
Yeah, we're trying to burp.
Well, there it is. Aaliyah!
He wants Aaliyah to give us the finger.
Say, I am an angel. I do not do such things.
I'm doing great.
She's so cute. Hey, Satsu. How are you and Squishy? Oh. We good.
The demon is doing fine.
Yeah, so far so good. I'm actually pretty pleased with the episodes that I've seen of each of the shows that I'm checking out this season. I haven't checked out anything new yet, but I am still keeping up with some of the older stuff. I think I'm gonna give Fire Force another try, because like I said, I just couldn't really focus on it at the time. So I'm gonna give that another shot and try to catch back up to that.
Did you talk about the OnlyFans?
What, Another?
Yeah.
Another's an old show. That show's been out for quite some time. Me and Squishy watched Another recently, and I'd seen it twice already, and I wanted her to check it out. It's a pretty good show.
So delicious.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen that. Fire Force lost me after like 5 episodes. You know what? I don't know. Like, something was going on with me where I just couldn't really pay attention to it. Even though I found the show particularly interesting. It came off. I don't know. It was just like Saturday morning cartoonish to me. And I wasn't sticking for some reason. Oh, you ain't gonna use your legs now? You've been standing up all this time. And now you acting like your legs are noodles.
They don't work.
Noodle baby. Another is really good. Not normally into horror. Yeah, it was actually pretty. It was anime Final Destination. It was pretty good, actually. And trying to figure out what the mystery is. As a matter of fact, Another is one of those shows that's better the second time you watch it. Because the first time I watched it, I was all over the place, just trying to figure out what was going on. But the second time you watch it and you start paying attention to things that you weren't paying attention to before, shit gets really interesting because you start realizing that the show has been essentially telling you what's about to happen and what's going on the entire time. Is Streamlabs in sync with the stream? It should be.
Oh, I thought she's like looking at the camera now.
Are you looking at the audience, babe girl?
Say hello, nation.
Look how happy she is. Alright, let me see here. Which one you sending it to? Alright, let me go look real quick. Because it should be popping up on here unless you sent it to my, I think you might have sent it to my Satsu 2 cents one. Low. That's what I have this other screen for. Let me bring up Streamlabs real quick.
Would you like me to hold the squeezers?
Yes, please.
She's gonna chill in her chair.
Oh, okay. You sent it to the Twitch one. Okay. I got you. Recent events. Thank you, Lo. I appreciate it. I don't usually mind fan service, but I was really distracting. It was really distracting in Fire Force. Really? I didn't notice a lot of fan service in that show. At least compared to some of the. I mean, I watched some edgy shows, I guess. So maybe I'm a bit conditioned at this point. You leaving, baby? Bye, sweeties. I love you.
It's nap time.
Nap time for the sweeties. Let me see here. Now, which one is this one? Let me see which one this one is. Let's go to settings. This one is, yeah, streamlabs.com/2 cents plus. Okay. All right, so that's the Twitch one. That's why it didn't show up on the actual stream. I need to grab the URL and put this on here so that way it works. So let's go to alert box. Let's copy that and we'll put this into here so that way the Twitch ones come up over here too. I use that one primarily because I don't like to switch between the two, so it should be here anyway. But it wasn't, and that's my bad. So browser source, add source. Oh shit, what just happened? Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me. Add a new source instead. Okay, let's see, they changed this. Why'd they change this? Streamlabs OBS had a big update recently. And a lot of things are different now. Alright, there we go. That ought to do it. I just need to test donation. And there we go. Thank you, John, for the $88. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, back to questions. What about high school prodigies have it easy in a different world? You know what? I saw that and I'm just like, another fucking isekai. I don't know. Like, they get so generic now and the names are so ridiculous that I've seen so many fucking isekai lately that it's hard for me to see another one and be like, oh yeah, let's check this one out now. Although I shouldn't be like that because that's how I found Slime. Which is like the best isekai out right now, and some of the other ones. And I know like people can do them right, but there's so many fucking throwaways that it's hard to sift through them all. So I'll put that on my list to check out due to your recommendation because it looked interesting. But like I said, it just there's so many of them nowadays. I've actually been into Black Clover too. I'm caught up completely on Black Clover. Uh, oh, Ebony says I don't watch ecchi anime. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't mind ecchi anime. I check it out. I don't mind it at all. Some people consider Food Wars ecchi. Like some people won't watch it because of that reason alone. They're just like it's too perverted because the food gasms, so to speak. I'm really sad that the I think the dude who was doing High School of the Dead, a couple years, well, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, I think I looked back to see what he was doing, and he was hospitalized because he was extremely sick, and he was actually writing something else that he had wanted to write while he was sick and couldn't work on High School of the Dead. I think he passed away. I'm not sure, but I really, really enjoyed High School of the Dead. Like that was my shit. And now I can't watch it anymore because and even the manga completely stopped. The manga stopped completely. Like it, there's no new stuff coming out for that, and there hasn't been. So I'm pretty sure that's done. It's unfortunate. I heard he passed away. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I know he was hospitalized, but I thought he just went back to hentai. No, no. I think he actually passed away. I don't know that for sure, but I do know they said he was hospitalized and he had no plans on on continuing High School of the Dead. I'll write the next chapter for. It was good. It is like the only like zombie actual zombie anime, like one of the few that is like an anime that is about zombies. Like there are animes with zombies in them that are okay, but like other anime about zombies are usually trash. Except Train to Busan, that movie was the shit. But I mean, and then once again, it was pretty fucking ecchi, and people were really upset about that. But I'm a grown ass man, dude. Like, just like I can't. I mean, there's some shows that are kind of really gross about it. I guess like really overdo it, or just they're just gross. You know, like they take it into a whole other almost uncomfortable level. I get that, but for the most part, it's not really that big a deal to me. But to each their own. I'm not knocking anybody who has a problem with it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm happy with the first, especially the first episode of My Hero Academia. The second episode is kind of meh, but the first episode I was pretty happy with because of that moment, which I feel like is pretty significant. Food Wars is what you would expect, but I just I kind of wish it wasn't really as. I wish it would focus more on the shit that's happening at hand instead of transporting us to another fucking world to give us some exposition. You know, they do a lot of that shit, and there's a lot of unnecessary explanations or a lot of people explaining the same thing multiple times. Like they'll have one person explain something, and then another person will elaborate, and then another person will elaborate on that elaboration, and I'm just like, can we get back to the cooking, please? Like, shut up. I get it. Green Thunder, what's up, yo? Welcome to the stream. Let me explain it again. I hate it. I mean, I love Food Wars, but I hate that. I really do because, like I said, it's just padding the time, and it's taking time away from the you know what's happening. I don't like it. Not a fan. But yeah, all the rest of these shows, I haven't been watching any of this, any of these new shows, man. That's DBZ. Yes, yes, it is. That is Dragon Ball Z in a nutshell. You're just wasting my time. That's all. That's also like early Naruto, like before Shippuden. They did a lot of that shit. Just like cut it out. Don't care about your drawn out explanations. Man. Hello, Mr. Scott. What's going on, dude? Are you caught up with the new episodes of what is it? My Hero Academia, Food Wars, and I guess we can add Sword Art Online to it, or Doctor Stone if anybody's watching Doctor Stone. Because that's the conversation right now. We're talking about it and giving our thoughts on the first few episodes. Thank you for the follow. Is that Liat? Please correct me if I pronounced your name wrong. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped because all these are kind of action-based shows, you know? Like shit gets real in each one of these shows, so I'm ready to get pumped. I've been trying to figure out a way to kind of ease my wife into watching Clannad, and I'm trying to find the best way to do it. And I'm wondering if there's a guide out there, or maybe I'll go and do it myself and just like watch every. Well, I won't rewatch every episode again of the first season, but I only want the episodes that are significant to Tomoya and Nagisa. Like I don't want any of the other shit because that stuff is a waste of time. I don't care. I didn't care about any of that shit in season 1 to begin with. Really, I mean, some of it I guess is significant, but I don't want to have to make her sit through that to get her caught up. And I know there's like a recap episode in the after story where he's telling, you know, his daughter like this is what happened, and that tells you most of what you need to know, but it's not enough. Like it's not enough context. I don't think you get the emotional investment from just watching the recap. So I want to go in and figure out, okay, we need to watch this episode, this episode, this episode, and that episode, and then we can move on to the after story. What's up, Monkey? What's going on, dude? No problem, Monk. I know you're not really interested in anime anyway, so I didn't expect you to even show up. I'm completely ignorant about this, and the last Japan animation movie I saw was something like Vampire Hunter D. What is the difference between anime, manga, and hentai? Anime is just you know, that's anime. It's the shows, the TV shows and stuff that you watch, the episodic, and a lot of them are made from manga or kind of put on the screen from existing manga. Manga is basically Japanese comic books, so to speak. They also have light novels that are basically just the story version where you can just read what's going on, and they have very little pictures and stuff like that or whatever. Hentai is just anime porn, essentially. But it's a little different because most of it is very story driven and has like something that like there's a story behind it. It's not just like, you know, sex for the sake of sex. Yeah, anime, cartoon, manga's comic book, hentai is dirty anime, basically. And there's a thin line sometimes between hentai and anime because there are some anime where I'm just like, this should probably be a hentai, but it's not because they don't show certain things. But it might as well be. So it really just depends. And what's really interesting about it is there are some instances where the manga version of a TV show is significantly better, more detailed, and gives you more information. And then there are times where the anime is significantly better, more detailed, and gives you more information. It just kind of depends. I don't particularly like reading shonen manga because I don't like looking at action on pictures. because it's not exciting to me. Like, I mean, I've gotten hype from stuff that I've seen before, but there's only so much you can really glean from, like, just watching it on paper, you know, as opposed to seeing it in action. Like Freezing, for example. Freezing is another one of those shows that if you watch the show and then read the manga, you're going to be pissed because you're like, what the fuck? The show just, it cheated you out of everything as far as story wise. Yes, the action was there and you can see all the stuff that was going on, and that's great, but when it comes to the actual story and the characters or whatever, it's like they just completely omitted most things and took a lot of shit out that were valid and really important. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I would like to know this. So it really depends, but you know, that's why it's good to kind of get into both if you can. It's just very difficult for me to read action oriented and anime like as a manga, because it's not the same, you know. Like, I've seen stuff in Naruto where it was like this epic scale grand fight, and then I've read the manga version and I'm just like, this isn't nearly as exciting to me. Like, I can see all the pictures in it, these frames remind me of, you know, these fully fleshed out animated scenes that I've seen before, but it's not the same. Now, story driven, like slice of life stuff or whatever, I can read that shit up. Like Domestic Girlfriend, I've been reading. Nozoki Anna, I've been reading. There's a couple other shows. Oh, Shield Hero, I've been reading, because that show technically doesn't have a that show doesn't have a crazy amount of action. It's it's a bit more story driven than action oriented, so I can read Shield Hero. And I recommend, if you watch Shield Hero, you should absolutely read the manga because it is better. I didn't read Overlord, but I watched it. I watched Overlord. There's a whole bunch of shows. I wonder, has anybody read the Goblin Slayer manga or manga, whatever? I don't know how everybody pronounces it. But Goblin Slayer was the shit for a while, and then once the initial 13 episodes came out, it just kind of vanished. But it's actually hilarious how much they show her in the thumbnails here. She's not the main, I mean, I guess she is a main character. She's not the main character, but she's in a lot of these screen grabs. Alright, let me see here. If you like humor, it's hard to top Gintama. I've never watched that fully. I've seen a lot of clips and stuff from it and all the references or whatever, and that show gets crazy with the references. I like Konosuba. That's one of my favorite kind of hilarious shows. Konosuba was pretty hilarious. I got my brother hooked on that. Cause I was telling him, like, you need a funny show, you need to watch Konosuba. That show will crack you the fuck up. So I like the old movie from the early 90s. What would be a great place to start, given I absolutely hate Dragon Ball Z and Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know, man. It really depends. There's a show, Sean Uli, there's a show that you can watch called Moribito that I always recommend to people who are on the fence about anime and they really liked kind of the older style anime that was a bit more serious and more focused and story driven and a lot less about you know, like really ecchi shit or whatever. Moribito is an excellent fucking show. Like, and it's one of those anime that's animated, but it doesn't have to be. Like, if it was real people in a real movie, it would work. And I highly recommend it. It's one of the best shows I've seen. I wonder if it's, I don't think it's on Crunchyroll anymore. What do you think of Inuyasha? I don't know, man. Inuyasha kind of pissed me off. I thought it was fine, but I think they should have gotten rid of the love plot. And the only reason I truly believe that is because they wasted a lot of everybody's time. I mean, eventually they kind of got together, but it never really, it wasn't satisfying. And that that bugged me. Just like High School Rumble and fucking, what was the other show? There was another show that had like the show was focused on this love plot that never happened. To Love Rue and that shit, it infuriates me. Like, if you're gonna give me an interesting show about a certain thing, then make the show about that. If the love plot is not going to happen, like if you're not going to close it out with some type of tangible ending, like are they going to be together or not, then just make it a subplot. Like, make it secondary, push it into the background, and like don't talk about it as much. But I can't stand when they're like, you need to get really invested in these two characters' relationships because it is the most important thing in the show. And then the show ends without any confirmation at all. They're just like, did they get together? Who the fuck knows? But, you know, they saved the day, I guess. So, like, but that's the whole fucking reason I was watching it. That was the entire reason, because that's what you made me focus on in every episode. You made me pay attention to these two, like they were gonna get together, and then the show ended, and it was like, that shit, fuck it. Oh, they always cop out with the harem ending. You know what? That's another one that annoys me too. When they do shit like that. But I'm just like a good example. Later, Kyler. A good example is Baby Steps. Like, if you guys watch Baby Steps, it's a show about tennis. I know that doesn't sound super fascinating, but it's one of the best shows I've ever watched. And the dude is just like, he's super smart, he makes excellent grades or whatever, and he has no idea what he wants to do or be. And when his parents ask him, like, what do you want to do when you grow up? He's like, I don't know. I'm really good at academics, but I don't particularly like it. I just know I have to do it. So it's him trying to figure out what it is he wants to do, and he meets this girl who is very passionate about tennis, and she, like, captivates him because he's like, I've never seen a person so passionate about anything before. And as a person with no passion, that stuck with him. So he just kind of was like, shit, like maybe I can get passionate about this thing. Like, what's so great about tennis? So he tries it out and he gets hooked on it or whatever. And they never really kind of give you any kind of indication that these two are going to be together or interested in each other. It's just like, there's a person who's passionate about something. I look up to this person. I'm going to try to follow in their footsteps. And their relationship kind of develops over time, and it's so fucking unbelievably organic. I'm not just like, this ain't even about this. This love subplot has nothing to do with the story, but it is the most well-developed, like, relationship that I've seen in a show, or in shows that actually focus on. Like, this other show, that was their focus, and they couldn't seem to fucking get it right. And this show, it's like it's a secondary thing that don't even really matter, and they did it right. It's just, I don't know. It bugs me when you waste my fucking time, because I don't have a lot of time to watch a lot of the shows that I watch. You know, like, I ain't got all the time in the world. So if I get invested in something and you lead me down this road and it leads nowhere, I tend to get upset. And there are a lot of shows that do that. But Baby Steps was one of those ones that they had a love subplot that came out of nowhere, and it made sense and it worked. And it wasn't like intrusive or anything like that. It was just like, yeah, this is a thing that's happening. And I'm like, yes, that is how you do it. Not all shows get that right. Toradora was another good one that did it correctly. This was another show that is on my top 5 list of, like, good love story anime. We need a Warhammer 40k. Well, love plots in anime are irritating, says Ebony. They're not irritating to me. They can be irritating when they lead nowhere. That's what really fucks with me. I don't mind a love plot as long as it leads to, and I don't even care if it's like they didn't get together. Like, they get through all of this and it just didn't work out. They tried it, it didn't work out. They're not going to be together. that's conclusive, at least, where it's just like they're not for each other. Cool. But when it goes nowhere, like it doesn't wrap up at all. They're just like, will they? Who knows? Show's over though, so you don't. I'm just like, fuck you. Why? Why'd you waste my time? Ugh. But like I said, this was another good one. This is a really good show. And the way that their relationship developed was extremely organic. And it made sense with the plot. This is another one of those shows that is animated, but it doesn't have to be. Same in any medium. Love plot just for the sake of love plot. It is. It's a complete waste of my fucking time. And I'm just like, don't. Why? Why are you trying to distract me with this shit? Like, is your show not interesting enough? Is that what it is? Are you telling me that there's no substance here, and the only way you can keep me here is by dangling this fucking thing over here? That's what... Don't do that. I don't like it. Maybe I'm a little too passionate about this one particular point, man, but... like, these type of shows fall within the range of things that I watch often. So that particular thing kind of bugs me a little bit. But not all shows do it. Like I said, some shows can do it right. Some shows won't waste your time with that shit. And other shows will give you like an established reason on like we're tapping on this concept, but the context of the show is letting you know that this is not gonna happen. Like you can just you can assume that that is the case. And then at that point, you're like, cool. I'm just gonna roll with it. Like this probably isn't gonna happen, but I'm gonna enjoy the ride while I'm on it. That's fine. But when they string you along and the shit, like they're definitively showing you like this is absolutely gonna happen, and then you get to the end and they're like, psych. That shit makes me mad. So these are all. What is this? Is this their... Oh, this is their popular section. So let's see what's in here. We got My Hero, of course, Naruto, or Boruto, Dr. Stone, Sword Art, Black Clover, Fire Force, Food Wars. Welcome to Demon School. Never heard of that before. Radiant. This looks actually kind of interesting. We Never Learn. This looks like one of those... Yeah, this... I don't know about this one. Naruto Shippuden, Demon Slayer, of course. JoJo, which I did start watching. Oh, we didn't talk about JoJo, did we? Yeah. So I watched the first 3 episodes of JoJo. And, I don't even know where to begin. What? Okay, I need somebody to explain to me. Is every season of this show a completely different show? Because I'm a little perplexed. Like I'm watching season 1, and it's what is it? Jonathan Joestar. He's like a rich kid or whatever, and Dio moved into his house, and because his dad was a scumbag, and his dad when he died pretended like he was saving the dude, and he felt he owed him a debt and all that crap like that or whatever. And then it just kind of dipped into this whole supernatural thing. And I'm like, this is entertaining. I didn't watch it dubbed. No. I didn't watch it dubbed. I watched it subbed. And I'm like, it's got my attention. It is really entertaining. But what the fuck is going on? Like, why is the vampire thing? Like, what is up with that? Every season of JoJo has the next generation of... So it's generational. Oh, okay. That's actually kind of interesting. So are they starting at this is like the beginning of the line? I mean, obviously this is not the beginning of the line because his dad had a dad and so forth and so on. But this is like the beginning of... I don't know. I just know that everything that I've seen from memes and little clips from JoJo has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm seeing in season 1. I'm assuming. I'm guessing this is like where things weren't. the stuff that are in the memes and stuff, and all these other characters that I've never seen before. I'm only 3 episodes in. Like, I'm not that far, so, you know, it's not like I'm, like, balls deep into the show or anything like that, but how many episodes are in? Hold on, I'm looking at this shit right now. So JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Is this it? No, this is not. This ain't what I was watching. Where's the one that I was actually watching? Jonathan Joseph Jotaro. Jonathan. Oh, wait, Jonathan was first? So which one am I fucking watching? I thought I was watching... I'm okay, now I'm confused. What is this? This doesn't look like... Oh, this is. Okay. It's starting from... Oh, it started from episode 26. I was looking at that like that was episode 1. My bad. I fucked up there. It starts at the bottom. So yeah, this is the one that I was watching. These are the 3 episodes that I've seen. Okay. Thank you for the donations, by the way, guys. Appreciate it. So this is okay. All right. So this is Jonathan's story. So what is re-edited? Is this worth watching? You done messed up. No, I didn't mess up. I figured out what I was doing wrong. But what is this re-edited stuff? Is this like do I need to actually watch this, or should I just move to Stardust Crusaders? Which looks like a completely different show, actually. Oh, just watch everything. Watch all the shit. Alright. There's one. You want to understand Dio. Do I? Do I want to understand Dio? Well, I guess he's not really, because like I said, I'm here. This is where I am, and in this episode, from my perspective, Dio's dead. And I'm like, all right, I guess that's the end of Dio. But maybe he's not. Like maybe that's just that was just like they're playing a trick on me. TGT YouTube just follow, or YT TGT YT. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm into it though. Like I'm not. It's not like I'm not interested or invested. I'm into it. I'm gonna watch JoJo and I'm gonna try to enjoy it to the best of my ability. I'm just confused is all. Like I don't really understand, and you guys explained it to me. It's apparently it's generational, so every new season is the next generation, which is kind of interesting. I really kind of like that actually. It takes a while. Everybody's saying, "See, I hope I don't get derailed." You know what I mean? Like I want to be interested, but I hope it doesn't like fall off. You know, because that'll be sad if I'm trying to really get into it and I just can't because it's taken so long to kind of get to the point. Is this done? Is this complete? That's another question I had too. Like, is this all I'm gonna have to watch? Not that I'm trying to avoid watching anymore, but I just want to. Is this the package right here? Pop Team Epic. Why is that in the? I mean, I guess they say viewers also liked, but I don't know how relevant Pop Team Epic is to JoJo. I'm waiting on somebody to answer that question. because I need to know. See, I had this same issue with the Index and Codex and all those other shows or whatever. I have no idea. The order in which to watch them is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, all these shows, certain magical index and all that shit. Like these shows, like I actually watched a YouTube video to see, like, I had to watch a YouTube video to explain to me how to watch this anime because I have no idea. And they tried to break it down, and it was so fucking. They're like, watch season 1, and then season 8, and then season 3, and then you watch the movie, and then you watch season 5, and then you gotta watch these 2 movies, and then you gotta watch season 8. I mean season 9. And I was just like, what the. Why? Why did they release the show in such a fucking clusterfucked manner? I don't understand. And I don't know anybody who's like caught up on this, and I guess I could just watch them in order, but apparently the best way to get the context is the other way. Yeah, I'm lost in the sauce. I don't know what to do. But I wanna understand what's happening, you know what I mean? But they released it in such a goddamn cluster that I have no idea what I'm supposed to do in order to properly enjoy it. A certain scientific index is first, then railgun. They also have a certain scientific accelerator. Not sure about the anime force. Oh jeez. I think I watched Railgun. Railgun was the only one I watched all the way through. But there was another one. I think Accelerator is the new one. Yeah, Accelerator I think is the most recent one that just came out. And I started watching that. And the chick from Railgun, she's got like clones and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is that about? I don't know, man. Man, I should be taking clips from this. It falls off, lost in the sauce, don't know how to enjoy it. Yeah, I really don't, honestly. I was just, like I said, I'm just trying to figure it out, man. I just don't like being out of the loop. Like, you watch one show and then you go to the next, the one that you think is the next, like, a continuation of the story, but it's like something else that's taking place in a completely other area with the same people who you were watching before, but it's like at a different point in time, and you're just like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to keep up with this? It's like Final Fantasy from the '90s. Yeah, it's all over the place, man. But I really enjoyed Railgun, so I'm like, okay, well maybe all of this is worth watching. Shit, man. I had no idea it was that complicated. And the tripped out part is you can't. There's very few places where you can find all of the shit, like all of them in one spot. Like most of the, I guess, illegal sites you could go to, and usually, I guess they'll have all of them. But if you go to Hulu or YouTube, I mean Hulu, Netflix, or whatever, it's very difficult to find them all in one place. And the reviews are very, very mixed when it comes to this one in particular. That's why they have anime clubs in real life. Well, ain't nobody got time for that. I wish I had a group of anime nerds I could like watch shows with who can keep me in the loop and stuff, but alas, I barely have regular friends, so not a lot of people who I could even call that nowadays, so that unfortunately just is what it is. And the ones I do, you know, they're busy too. So, well, I think I think that's it. I think I got all I needed to say about the Food Wars, My Hero Academia, um, what was it? Sword Art and JoJo. So, we'll watch the next maybe 2 or 3 episodes of each, and then we'll all meet back again to have a discussion about it. Maybe I'll have Bear here with me to kind of chat it up and talk about it. We'll see. Me, Irate Viper, and Sword. Pat, how much you watch? You watch a lot of anime, dude? I didn't know if you watched. I know you checked it out. No, it's okay, dude. I mean, I didn't necessarily extend the invitation. I probably should have, but I'd like to have guests in here to kind of, keep pushing the conversation forward if need be for future references. So, um, maybe I'll make a little a channel in the Discord specifically for that, for when we do these streams. We can have some people pop in and just kind of give their thoughts and opinions on it. Because I want to make this a consistent thing. I want to be able to watch a show and follow up with you guys on it, like as a group. Since we're all watching this stuff together. Um, I think it'll be fun and interesting. So, thank you guys for watching this stream at least. I got a stream at 7. We'll be playing 7 Days to Die. And I want to get a little rested up for that. So, hopefully you guys like the stream, and I'll see you guys then. Does Jack and Polly watch this stuff? I'm not really sure. I think they're more into comics and like that type of stuff. I don't think they really get into anime and manga. But anyway, bye guys. I'll see you later.